I mean, I'm standing in water that's practically up to my knees, and it's surrounding this entire home. The Department of Environmental Protection says the limestone sludge is not toxic once it's treated, but that didn't stop nearly 30 people from showing up to the Polk County Commission's meeting last night. It's hard to imagine this is the third shooting in just 27 hours right here in Fort Myers. There's still an active investigation going on behind me at the Sun Gold Plaza here off of US 41 and Hanson Street. Now, one ingredient that's pretty common this time of year is celery. Plumbers say this is the worst thing to put down your drain because once these things break up down into these fibrous threads, kind of like dental floss, a Broward County man is facing aggravated assault charges this morning over a $1 difference in cigarette prices. Listen to this. Home insurers have dropped the policies of over 87,000 Floridians just in the third quarter of this year. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says in an abundance of caution here this morning, they've added an additional school resource officer to North Fort Myers High School. Don't try this at home, kids, right? We are here at Everglades Wonder Garden taking a step on the wild side. Check this out. Redheaded witches transformed me into a magical unicorn because we're talking about all the popular costumes for 2018. Packing up some grocery bags. They'll be headed out later this morning. Now, inside these grocery bags are 15 different items, 15 different good items: potatoes, canned vegetables, tuna, juice, pasta. And there are 7,000 registered nurses across the country right now that have recently voted to authorize a strike should the issues they say they're facing right now not get resolved. Now, those issues include high turnover rates, scheduling, even recruitment and retention of quality nurses. Right now, the city of Fort Myers plans to move the Dunbar sludge to a site in Polk County, but people are concerned about the potential effects. The original 2 plans fell through, but now the new one has the sludge ending up in Bartow. We're about 30 minutes away from Best Buy opening up here, and if you take a look at this line, we've got lots of shoppers here in Southwest Florida taking advantage of these Black Friday deals.
Bullet.
His teammates called him the mayor.
You know, I've grown up back at this stadium, at these fields in the back for over 20 years.
And now players call him coach.
Nice.
And for Tommy Watkins, it all started right here in Fort Myers.
I graduated from Riverdale High School. I was drafted in the 38th round by the Twins.
It was 1998 when Watkins says baseball went from play to professional.
I thought I was going straight to Minnesota. You know, little did I know I was going right down the road.
He started his career with the Fort Myers Miracle.
I just felt like I had to impress everybody. Hometown guy, and, you know, a lot of people would come out just to see me. And you feel like you had to impress them.
And his local fans weren't the only ones watching. After 10 years with the minor league team, Watkins got called up by the Twins in 2007. A dream come true for the Fort Myers native. He played in 7 games with the Twins before he got hurt.
I hurt my lower abdominal when I was in Minnesota. So I came back here to rehab. Didn't get healthy enough to finish the season.
He came back and played for the Miracle for 2 years after that and says he's loved every minute of it.
I just love baseball from at an early age. My dad played, so, you know, just following in his footsteps.
Tommy Watkins Sr. played for the Cincinnati Reds before his son was born.
He never pressured me to play. It was always more of a supportive than, you know, trying to push it on me.
And both of his parents knew at an early age Tommy would play just like his dad.
And when he was 4 years old, he put that cup on. And
come on, that was a moment when when I put a cup on.
Yes.
Ever since, they've been nothing but supportive. Tommy Watkins was recently named as first base coach.
That ball's out of here.
For his team, the Minnesota Twins.
We used to go to the games all the time, but now that he's up in the major leagues, it's just a wonderful feeling to see him make it this far.
Both of them went into the house, and when he came out later carrying her, and her head was flopping around, they said.
Peggy Bauer heard from neighbors about what they saw before police arrived yesterday. Are you surprised that something like this happened over there?
No, I'm not surprised, because he was always in an uproar about something.
She says her neighbor Roy Lee Poore has been arrested before, at least twice since she moved here 2 years ago.
Every time he came around me, he began to fuss at me.
And neighbors believe he's responsible for whatever led to this police presence.
I told my girls about it, and they were about ready to move me out.
So I looked up the address on the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office website and discovered Roy Lee Poore has been arrested 4 times in Charlotte County, including an assault charge with intent to commit a felony, back in 2011.
He's been in jail many times, from what I hear.
Terry Serpico lives near Port 2, and she says seeing this outside her home is unsettling.
It concerns me a lot because, you know, it's too close.
Marty, come around and go, Marty.
It's a way of just letting go, like a medicine game, as the natives say.
Players on Immokalee High's lacrosse team say the game is their escape.
It's a lot of stuff we all go through, but we all release it on the field.
The team works hard every year, not only on the field, but to plan and fundraise for trips across the state. This year, they're headed to Orlando. The trip will give the athletes a chance to practice against other teams, volunteer at nonprofits, and ultimately bond together.
But the guys enjoy it. They really have fun. They look forward to it.
But it's a chance, Coach Rickard says, is one most of them might not get to experience.
It's really hard, like around in Immokalee, because we have to save up, and like sometimes we, watch what we need to buy because sometimes it's expensive.
Having been on the team for 4 years now, Austin Aviles knows all too well how expensive these trips can be and understands the financial burden it can put on his parents.
For this trip that I went on, they saved up $200 because it cost $200, and they couldn't buy anything else because they were saving up that money for me.
And this year, he says his parents are still working to fix a broken roof damaged by Hurricane Irma. Austin's also one of 4 siblings.
Like too many people in the house, so we need to feed everyone here. We can just think of ourselves, so we have to save up our money.
He says if he's able to raise enough money this year to make it to Orlando, that would mean the world to him.
They know that they can't just rely on donations or somebody else to pay for it. They go out and they work for it. Gotta go to White.
And Austin hopes the team can make it there together.
It's fun, and I love these guys. They're my family.
1, 2, 3, MMJ!